If you've spent any time on the internet at all in the past week or so, it probably comes as no great surprise that it was E3. What with all the announcements, trailers, and hype-induced arm flailing. Pretty hard to miss. But a week can seem like a lifetime ago when it comes to matters of the internet, right? So now that the dust has settled somewhat, I thought I'd walk you through some of the big reveals. Particularly, the games that captured my imagination. You know, the stuff of future MoseyThroughs. Let's start with the honourable mentions. First up, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. We finally got to see some gameplay after all. Reassuringly, it captured the first game's distinct spirit of exploration. Its biggest surprise? The unexpected Skyward Sword vibes. We saw more of Psychonauts 2 as well. And you best believe it's still practically dripping with that special brand of Double Fine magic. Let me tell you, friend, the prospect of exploring a whole new collection of zany minds is an exciting one. I can't wait, and I won't have to, because it comes out real soon. August 25th to be precise. In other exciting developments, The Outer Worlds 2 was announced, though not a whole lot was shown. But hey, just knowing it exists at all makes the world a slightly better place, right? Then there's Harold Halibut, a game I fall in love with more and more with every glimpse of the claymation-like visuals. The fact it's a point-and-click adventure game? Well, that just seals the deal. And for a guy who's not particularly athletic, I'm weirdly drawn to Riders Republic and Shredders. Two games of the extreme sport persuasion. I think it's because SSX got its hooks into me when I was young, but who can say? Anyway, that's enough of that. Now for the main attraction. Shh, look at that beautiful art direction. We should probably just sit in silence and take it all in, right? Okay, I guess I've got to say something. If you're getting Limbo and Inside vibes, that's because the studio's founder cut his teeth on those games. You can definitely see their influence in the design here, right? That's a very good thing. If there's any red flags, there's totally a dog in the trailer. And developers can't be trusted with dogs. You just know they're gonna put the little fella in peril just to make us feel things. I'm already sobbing. Doesn't mean I won't play though. Probably on day one. Multiple times. I'm not really a car guy. In fact, I never even got around to acquiring my driver's license. An attempt was made, but yeah, let's never speak of that again. Outside of Mario Kart, it's extremely rare for a racing game to grab my attention. Forza Horizon is the exception though. There's just something special about the series. I think it mostly comes down to the cool open world settings. Being Australian, it was such a cool thing to get to explore familiar sights and sounds in Horizon 3. Or a weird, compressed and artistically licensed heavy interpretation of familiar sights and sounds anyway. While fun, I think the fourth installment's location wasn't quite distinct enough for my liking. But this one's taking us to Mexico, and it just looks so damn stunning. Sign me up.
These things, where do they come from?
From all of us. From what we do to him.
Can you stop it?
I don't know. But he's my brother. And I would die for him.
A sequel to A Plague's Tale? That's pretty notable. Particularly since the first installment was tied with Life is Strange 2 as my game of the year for 2019. It offered an engaging narrative set against the moody backdrop of a plague-infested France. If the trailer is anything to go by, it seems like Amicia and Hugo's troubles are far from over. And I for one couldn't be more excited. Wait, that makes me sound like a heartless monster, doesn't it? Oh well. A Plague's Tale was such a confident and polished experience that laid an incredibly solid foundation. I can't wait to see how the folks at Asobo build upon it. Do yourself a favour, friend. Track down the first if you haven't already. You're welcome. What's my favourite Nintendo Switch game? Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, no question. It's got some pretty stiff competition too. I'm looking at you, Breath of the Wild. So you can imagine my pure, undiluted joy upon hearing a sequel was in development. I mean, this one seems to have come out of nowhere, not unlike the first installment. Over the years, Ubisoft's developed a bit of a reputation for making games that feel a bit samey. Every so often they'll go ahead and release something so delightfully quirky, unique, and brilliant. Who knew that mixing XCOM with the Mario aesthetic would prove such a winning combination? No joke, Sparks of Hope just might be my game of the show. It's looking every bit as delightful as the first installment. More of the same really, in the best kind of way. Lamenting the sameness of Ubisoft before celebrating more of the same? That's not lost on me. I'm a man of contradictions. Or hypocrisy. Who can say? But that's our cue to move on. I must admit, I had some initial wariness taking in the first glimpses of Guardians of the Galaxy. It wasn't that it looked bad. Far from it. My mind just made the leap that this would be a co-op game. The permission I needed to enthusiastically board the hype train? Confirmation that it was indeed single player. Now I'm just coming across as antisocial, right? But I digress. This is action-adventure goodness from the studio who brought us the Deus Ex games. The thing that stood out the most to me? Those little touches of Telltale-esque character moments. Dialogue trees, decision making, and the whole Rocket will remember that thing when you roll him.
Put me down!
It'll be fine. Just curl up in a ball.
What?
Drax, throw him.
No!
Very well.
Peter!
It's okay. He'll land on his feet. Ooh. I guess that only applies to cats.
There's a particularly fun moment in the gameplay trailer set to Joan Jett's bad reputation too. Stylish as fuck? Definitely. Effortlessly conjuring the same sort of vibes as James Gunn's MCU stuff. Let me tell you though, I'm already dreading putting together a MoseyThrough with the promise of all that licensed music. But it's safe to say that's a me problem. Full disclosure, I'm not the biggest fan of Bethesda's in-house creations. Even the Elder Scroll games have never really done anything for me. This is blasphemy, I know. I tend to prefer the other studios in their orbit, like Arcane, Obsidian, and Machine games. It's nothing personal, believe me, the heart wants what the heart wants, right? But man, I'm hoping Starfield will prove the exception, because this looks like exactly my kind of thing. The game takes the studio's patented brand of role-playing and blasts it out into space. I mean, just look at the cool ship. It's so detailed, it feels lived in, and I just want to explore every nook and cranny. And the promise of that level of detail applied to uncharted planets? Hook it to my veins. It's even been described by Bethesda as a Han Solo simulator. Don't let me down, Starfield. I want to love you so bad. Okay, that's enough. That was Mosey Through. I'm Dan Clarke. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to Mosey Through to the like and subscribe buttons, friends.